Taylor Swift once again solidified her dominance in the global music industry after emerging as one of the most nominated artists at the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026. The announcement immediately drew widespread attention, reinforcing Swift's position as a powerhouse whose career momentum continues to surge. This achievement is widely seen as positive news, signaling not only sustained relevance but also growing influence at a time when competition in the music scene is more intense than ever. According to the official nominations list released by iHeartRadio, Taylor Swift secured spots across multiple major categories, including Top Artist, Favorite Song, and Album-related honors. The sheer volume of nominations highlights the exceptional performance of her work throughout the eligibility period. Her music consistently dominated streaming platforms, radio airplay, and social media conversations, making her presence nearly unavoidable in the pop culture landscape. Industry observers point out that this level of recognition is not accidental. Over the past few years, Swift has carefully navigated her career with a balance of artistic experimentation and commercial appeal. Each release has been treated as a major cultural moment, supported by strategic promotion and a deeply loyal fan base. As a result, her songs and albums have not only achieved impressive numbers, but have also maintained longevity in public discussion. The nominations also come at a significant moment in Swift's career. In an era where artists often struggle to sustain long-term relevance due to rapidly shifting trends, Swift has managed to defy the usual life cycle of pop stardom. Rather than fading, she has expanded her reach, connecting with new audiences while retaining her core fan base. This adaptability is widely viewed as one of the key reasons behind her strong showing at the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026. Another major factor behind her dominance is the power of her fan community. Swift supporters are known for their active engagement across digital platforms, driving streams, radio requests, and online discussions. Each nomination announcement quickly gained traction, turning into trending topics and amplifying media coverage. This organic momentum further strengthens Swift's visibility and reinforces her standing within the industry. From a business perspective, Taylor Swift's nomination haul is also expected to generate a ripple effect. Historically, her presence in major award shows has led to noticeable increases in streaming numbers and sales. Labels, streaming platforms, and radio networks all benefit from the renewed attention surrounding her catalog. In this sense, her success extends beyond personal accolades, contributing to the broader music economy. As anticipation builds toward the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 ceremony, speculation continues to grow regarding how many trophies Swift might ultimately take home. While the final results remain uncertain, many analysts agree that securing such a high number of nominations is already a significant victory. It confirms that Swift's work resonates strongly with listeners and maintains its impact in an increasingly crowded marketplace. Ultimately, Taylor Swift's dominance at the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 serves as another chapter in a career defined by consistency, reinvention, and cultural influence. Whether or not she converts her nominations into multiple wins, the recognition alone underscores her enduring power in the music world. As the industry evolves, Swift remains not just a participant, but a defining force shaping the sound and conversation of modern pop music. The strong showing at the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 also reflects how Taylor Swift has successfully positioned herself at the intersection of music, culture, and business. Beyond chart performance, her releases consistently spark conversations about storytelling, ownership, and artistic control. Each nomination reinforces the idea that Swift is no longer competing solely on popularity, but on impact. Her work shapes trends rather than follows them, a distinction that few artists manage to achieve at this stage of their careers. Throughout the eligibility year, Swift's catalog demonstrated remarkable endurance. Older releases experienced renewed streaming spikes alongside newer material, indicating a rare level of cross-era engagement. Analysts note that this pattern suggests more than hype. It points to a deeply rooted listener connection. In an industry driven by algorithms and short attention spans, maintaining such sustained interest is a significant achievement, and one that clearly influenced her nomination count. Radio performance also played a key role in Swift's success at the iHeartRadio Awards 2026. Several of her tracks maintained heavy rotation across multiple formats, from pop to adult contemporary. This wide appeal highlights her ability to transcend genre boundaries while remaining accessible to diverse demographics. For radio-based awards, this consistency is a critical metric, further strengthening her case as one of the year's most influential artists. Behind the scenes, Swift's team is widely praised for its precision and long-term vision. Every release, visual, and public appearance appears carefully timed and aligned with a broader narrative. Industry insiders suggest that this strategic coherence has allowed Swift to avoid oversaturation while still maintaining a constant presence. The result is a brand that feels both exclusive and omnipresent, a balance that continues to fuel award recognition. The cultural impact of Swift's nominations extends beyond music charts and award predictions. Media coverage surrounding her career frequently touches on themes of empowerment, creative independence, and resilience. For many fans, her continued success serves as proof that longevity in the music industry is possible without sacrificing authenticity. This perception further strengthens her public image and reinforces why her name consistently appears at the top of major award lists. As the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 draw closer, anticipation within the fan community continues to build. Online discussions dissect every category, comparing Swift's chances against other high-profile nominees. While competition remains fierce, the prevailing sentiment among fans and commentators alike is that Swift has already secured a symbolic victory through sheer presence. Dominating the nominations list places her at the center of the event, regardless of the final outcomes. The broader industry response has been equally telling. Fellow artists, producers, and executives have openly acknowledged Swift's influence, often citing her as a benchmark for success. Newer musicians entering the scene are frequently compared to her trajectory, underscoring how deeply her career has shaped expectations of what a modern pop star can achieve. These comparisons only intensify during award season, when her name once again leads the conversation. Financial analysts also note that award season visibility typically coincides with measurable economic gains for Swift's catalog. Increased streaming, merchandise sales, and renewed interest in tour-related content are all expected as the ceremony approaches. This cycle has repeated itself across multiple award years, demonstrating how recognition at events like the iHeartRadio Music Awards translates into tangible commercial momentum. Despite the focus on numbers and accolades, observers emphasize that Swift's continued success lies in her ability to connect emotionally with listeners. Her songwriting, often rooted in personal reflection, allows audiences to see their own experiences mirrored in her music. This emotional resonance is frequently cited as a key factor behind her enduring popularity and the consistent award recognition that follows. Looking ahead, the scale of Taylor Swift's nominations at the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 raises larger questions about the next phase of her career. Some speculate that she may further expand into new creative territories, while others believe she will continue refining the sound and narrative that have brought her sustained success. Regardless of direction, the current recognition suggests that audiences remain fully engaged and eager to follow her evolution. As award night approaches, one thing remains clear: Taylor Swift's dominance in the nominations is not an isolated moment, but part of a broader pattern of sustained excellence. The iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 have become another milestone in a career defined by reinvention, resilience, and cultural relevance. Whether measured through charts, fan engagement, or industry respect, Swift's influence shows no signs of slowing down, reinforcing her status as one of the most powerful figures in contemporary music. Momentum surrounding Taylor Swift's name continues to intensify as discussions about the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 expand beyond nominations and into broader conversations about legacy. Many industry commentators now frame this moment as part of a long-term arc, where Swift's achievements are no longer judged year by year, but as a continuous body of work that spans genres, generations, and business models. Her dominance in the nominations list is increasingly viewed as a reflection of institutional respect, not just popularity. In recent years, award shows have often been criticized for struggling to stay relevant in the digital era. However, Taylor Swift's presence has repeatedly proven to be a unifying force that draws audiences back in. Whenever her name appears prominently, engagement rises, social media activity spikes, and mainstream interest resurfaces. This phenomenon is already visible ahead of the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026, where online discourse has surged since the nomination announcement, largely driven by Swift-related conversations. Music executives note that Swift's ability to bridge radio success with streaming dominance is particularly significant for an award show like iHeartRadio. Unlike platforms that focus solely on digital metrics, iHeartRadio reflects real-time listener behavior across radio stations nationwide. Swift's continued strength in this space suggests a rare level of mass appeal, one that cuts across age groups and listening habits. This broad reach further explains why her name appears repeatedly across categories. The timing of these nominations also aligns with a period of renewed interest in artist autonomy, a theme closely associated with Swift's career narrative. Her advocacy for creative ownership and fair compensation has reshaped how artists approach their contracts and long-term strategies. As a result, her success is often interpreted as symbolic, representing not only individual achievement but also a shift in power dynamics within the music industry. Each nomination reinforces that narrative. Media analysts observe that Taylor Swift's news value extends far beyond music outlets. Coverage of her nominations has appeared in business, culture, and entertainment sections, highlighting how her influence transcends traditional industry boundaries. This cross-sector relevance contributes to sustained visibility, ensuring that her career milestones resonate with audiences who may not actively follow pop music but recognize her cultural significance. The international response to Swift's iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 nominations has also been notable. While the awards are US-based, global fan engagement indicates her worldwide reach. Streaming data from multiple regions reportedly surged following the announcement, underscoring how her recognition at American award shows often triggers renewed global interest. This international dimension further strengthens her profile as a global music icon. From a strategic standpoint, Swift's continued award recognition also enhances her negotiating power across ventures. Brand partnerships, licensing opportunities, and future touring prospects are all influenced by sustained critical and commercial validation. Industry insiders suggest that her strong showing at iHeartRadio Awards 2026 will likely open new opportunities, even at a stage where she already commands unparalleled leverage. The narrative surrounding Swift's career at this point is increasingly framed around endurance. In an industry known for rapid turnover, her ability to remain at the forefront for over a decade sets her apart. The volume of nominations she received is therefore interpreted not merely as a snapshot of one successful year, but as evidence of long-term structural dominance. Few artists manage to maintain such a position without significant decline, making Swift's trajectory particularly exceptional. Critics also highlight the role of storytelling in sustaining her relevance. Each album cycle is carefully contextualized, allowing audiences to follow an evolving narrative rather than consuming isolated releases. This approach deepens listener investment and encourages repeat engagement, factors that inevitably influence award outcomes. The iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 nominations can thus be seen as a response to this cumulative storytelling strategy. As anticipation builds closer to the ceremony, speculation continues to grow about the potential historical significance of this year's awards. Some commentators suggest that Swift's nomination tally could mark one of the most dominant showings in the event's history. While official records will only be confirmed after the ceremony, the discussion itself reflects the scale of her impact and the expectations surrounding her presence. Beyond awards night, the implications of this recognition are expected to extend well into the following year. Historically, Taylor Swift's award season momentum often carries forward into future releases, reissues, or surprise announcements. Fans and industry watchers alike are closely monitoring her next moves, aware that major milestones often coincide with periods of heightened visibility such as this. In the broader cultural landscape, Swift's continued dominance also fuels ongoing debates about what defines success in modern music. Is it chart performance, critical acclaim, fan loyalty, or cultural influence? In Swift's case, the answer increasingly appears to be all of the above. her iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 nominations serve as a rare convergence point where these elements align. As the conversation evolves, one conclusion becomes increasingly difficult to dispute. Taylor Swift's presence at the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 is not simply about competing for trophies. It represents sustained authority within an industry that rarely grants such longevity. The volume of nominations stands as a public acknowledgement of that authority, reinforcing her role as a central figure in shaping contemporary music culture. With the ceremony approaching, attention remains firmly fixed on how this chapter will be written into her broader career narrative. Whether measured through wins, performances, or cultural impact, Taylor Swift's dominance during this awards cycle has already left a lasting impression. The iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 have effectively become another lens through which her enduring influence is examined, confirming that her story is still unfolding and far from reaching its final act. The scale of attention surrounding Taylor Swift's nominations has also reignited discussions about how award recognition reflects changing audience behavior. In recent years, listener engagement has shifted dramatically, with fans consuming music across multiple platforms simultaneously. Swift's ability to dominate radio while maintaining massive streaming numbers places her in a unique position. For iHeartRadio, whose awards are closely tied to listener interaction, this balance reinforces why her name continues to surface across so many categories in 2026. Cultural commentators argue that Swift's continued prominence illustrates a rare alignment between mainstream appeal and long-term credibility. While many artists experience brief peaks driven by viral moments, Swift's career is marked by sustained relevance. Each nomination is seen as a continuation of a long-standing relationship with listeners, rather than a short-term surge. This consistency has become one of her defining traits and a key reason her achievements carry weight beyond a single award season. The commercial implications of Swift's nomination dominance are also drawing close attention. Market analysts anticipate a noticeable increase in catalog consumption as the awards approach. Historically, similar moments have triggered renewed interest in her earlier albums, pushing tracks back onto charts years after their initial release. This phenomenon highlights how award visibility can reactivate an entire discography, not just current singles, further amplifying her market presence. Within the radio industry, Swift's success is often cited as a benchmark for programming strategies. Her music consistently performs well across different formats, making her one of the few artists capable of uniting varied listener demographics. This broad compatibility strengthens her relationship with radio networks, a factor that directly influences outcomes at the iHeartRadio Music Awards. Programmers view her tracks as reliable performers, reinforcing her prominence year after year. The nominations have also prompted renewed examination of Swift's role as a cultural storyteller. Beyond melodies and production, her songwriting is frequently analyzed for its narrative depth and emotional clarity. This storytelling element creates a sense of continuity that keeps audiences invested across album cycles. As a result, each new release feels like part of a larger conversation, encouraging long-term engagement rather than fleeting consumption. International media coverage further underscores the magnitude of Swift's recognition. Major outlets across Europe, Asia, and Latin America have highlighted her nomination count, emphasizing how US-based awards continue to influence global music discourse. For international fans, such recognition reinforces Swift's status as a global figure whose success transcends regional boundaries. This worldwide resonance adds another layer to the significance of her iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 presence. From a branding perspective, Swift's nominations also enhance her cultural capital outside of music. Her name remains closely associated with themes of artistic independence, strategic reinvention, and resilience. These associations have strengthened her appeal to partners across fashion, film, and media, further expanding her influence. Award recognition acts as a validation mechanism, reinforcing these narratives in the public eye. As anticipation builds, discussions have increasingly shifted toward the long-term implications of this awards cycle. Some industry veterans suggest that Swift is entering a phase where her career milestones are evaluated in historical terms. Comparisons to legendary artists with multi-decade influence are becoming more frequent, signaling a shift in how her achievements are contextualized. The volume of nominations at iHeartRadio Awards 2026 contributes to this evolving perception. Fan engagement continues to play a decisive role in sustaining this momentum. Online communities remain highly active, analyzing nomination details, sharing predictions, and revisiting past performances. This constant activity ensures that Swift remains at the center of digital conversation throughout the awards season. The cumulative effect of this engagement reinforces her visibility and keeps public interest elevated. Meanwhile, industry observers note that Swift's ability to avoid creative stagnation is central to her ongoing success. Each era introduces subtle changes in sound, aesthetics, and narrative focus, preventing fatigue while maintaining familiarity. This balance has proven crucial in retaining long-term listeners while attracting new ones. The recognition she receives at events like the iHeartRadio Music Awards reflects this careful evolution. As the ceremony approaches, speculation surrounding potential performances and appearances adds another layer of excitement. Historically, Swift's involvement in award shows has often produced memorable moments that extend beyond the event itself. Even without confirmation, the possibility of such moments fuels anticipation and keeps attention firmly fixed on her role in the upcoming ceremony. Ultimately, the continued discussion around Taylor Swift's nominations reveals a broader truth about her place in modern music. She is no longer evaluated solely on yearly output, but on her ability to shape industry standards and cultural conversations. The iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 serve as a snapshot of this influence, capturing a moment where popularity, credibility, and longevity intersect. As award night draws closer, the narrative surrounding Swift's dominance continues to expand. Whether through commercial metrics, cultural impact, or fan devotion, the indicators all point towards sustained authority. The sheer volume of nominations reinforces that Taylor Swift remains a defining force in contemporary music, with an influence that extends well beyond any single ceremony. In the end, the significance of Taylor Swift's performance at the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 lies not just in potential wins, but in what the recognition represents. It signals an artist operating at full command of her craft, her audience, and her legacy. As the industry evolves and new voices emerge, Swift's continued dominance stands as a testament to the power of adaptability, vision, and enduring connection with listeners around the world. The ongoing focus on Taylor Swift's nomination dominance has also sparked renewed debate about how modern success in music is measured. Traditional metrics like album sales and radio play now coexist with streaming data, social media engagement, and cultural relevance. Swift stands out as one of the few artists who consistently excel across all of these areas at once. Her strong presence in the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 nominations reflects this multidimensional success, positioning her as a model for how artists can thrive in a fragmented media landscape. Observers note that Swift's career trajectory has increasingly blurred the line between artist and institution. Her releases no longer function solely as musical products, but as cultural events with measurable economic and social impact. When her name leads award nominations, it influences listening habits, media programming, and even broader entertainment trends. This level of influence is rare and typically reserved for artists whose careers extend far beyond a single genre or era. The sustained recognition at iHeartRadio also underscores Swift's adaptability to changing listener behavior. While radio was once considered a declining force, Swift's consistent performance on air demonstrates her ability to maintain relevance across legacy and digital platforms alike. This cross-platform dominance strengthens her visibility and ensures that her music remains accessible to audiences with varying listening preferences. Industry analysts emphasize that Swift's success is deeply tied to narrative continuity. Each phase of her career builds upon the last, creating a sense of progression that keeps audiences invested. Rather than reinventing herself abruptly, she evolves in ways that feel intentional and authentic. This approach has fostered long-term loyalty, a factor that plays a significant role in award recognition driven by audience engagement. The business implications of Swift's nomination surge are also significant. Increased visibility during awards season often correlates with higher demand for merchandise, licensing opportunities, and future touring. For an artist of Swift's scale, Even modest percentage increases translate into substantial economic impact. As a result, her presence at the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 is expected to generate momentum that extends well beyond the ceremony itself. Within the broader entertainment industry, Swift's continued dominance has influenced how success is framed for emerging artists. Many labels now emphasize career sustainability over short-term viral success, citing Swift's longevity as proof that long-term planning yields greater returns. Her nomination count serves as a tangible example of how strategic consistency can outperform fleeting trends. Cultural critics also highlight the symbolic value of Swift's recognition. Her career has often been associated with themes of reinvention, resilience, and creative control. Each new accolade reinforces these narratives, shaping public perception and contributing to her enduring appeal. The iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 nominations further cement her role as a figure whose influence extends beyond music into broader cultural discourse. As discussions continue, comparisons to other long-standing icons have become increasingly common. Analysts frequently place Swift alongside artists whose careers spanned multiple decades, suggesting that she is entering a similar phase of historical evaluation. While such comparisons remain subjective, the scale of her current recognition supports the idea that her impact is being assessed in long-term terms rather than seasonal success. Fan engagement remains a central force behind this sustained visibility. Online platforms are filled with discussions revisiting past eras, analyzing lyrical themes, and predicting future projects. This constant activity ensures that Swift's career remains part of an ongoing conversation rather than a series of isolated moments. Award nominations act as catalysts for these discussions, reigniting interest across her entire body of work. At the same time, Swift's ability to balance public exposure with selective engagement has helped prevent audience fatigue. She appears strategically, allowing anticipation to build rather than relying on constant visibility. This controlled presence enhances the impact of major announcements, including award nominations, which then feel more significant and newsworthy. The iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 also highlight how Swift's career continues to influence industry standards. Her success has reshaped expectations around album cycles, touring strategies, and fan interaction. Younger artists frequently cite her as a reference point, indicating how deeply her approach has permeated the industry. Each nomination reinforces her position as both participant and trendsetter. As the ceremony approaches, attention increasingly shifts toward the broader narrative of what this awards season represents. Rather than focusing solely on outcomes, many observers view the nomination tally as confirmation of Swift's sustained authority. Whether or not she secures multiple wins, her dominance in the conversation already marks a defining moment in the current music landscape. The ongoing discourse surrounding Taylor Swift's nominations ultimately reflects a larger truth about her career. She has reached a stage where recognition functions as validation of long-term influence rather than short-term performance. The iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 provide a snapshot of this reality, capturing an artist whose relevance is both immediate and enduring. In this context, Swift's nomination surge becomes more than a headline. It represents continuity in an industry defined by constant change. As trends rise and fall, her presence remains steady, supported by a loyal audience and a body of work that continues to resonate. The significance of this moment lies not just in numbers, but in what they symbolize about her place in modern music. As anticipation continues to build, one conclusion stands out clearly. Taylor Swift's dominance at the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 is not an anomaly, but the result of years of deliberate evolution and sustained connection with listeners. The attention surrounding her nominations underscores an artist operating at a rare level of consistency and influence, reinforcing her status as one of the defining figures of her generation. The discussion surrounding Taylor Swift's dominance has also led many commentators to examine how her career reflects broader shifts in the music industry itself. Over the past decade, the power dynamics between artists, labels, and audiences have changed significantly, and Swift has often been at the center of that transformation. Her continued recognition at major award shows like the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 is frequently cited as evidence that artists who prioritize long-term vision and direct audience relationships are better positioned to sustain success. One aspect frequently highlighted is Swift's control over her narrative. Unlike many artists whose public image is shaped primarily by external forces, Swift has consistently guided how her story is told. From the themes explored in her songwriting to the timing of her releases, each decision contributes to a cohesive public persona. This clarity has helped her maintain trust with listeners, an intangible asset that translates into consistent support during award seasons. Industry professionals also note that Swift's nomination dominance arrives during a period of intense competition. The current music landscape is crowded with new releases, emerging genres, and viral sensations competing for attention. In this environment, maintaining a leading position requires more than just hit songs. It demands cultural relevance, adaptability, and sustained audience engagement. Swift's ability to meet all of these criteria simultaneously is a major reason her name continues to lead nomination lists. The role of storytelling in Swift's music has become a focal point in discussions about her influence. Her songs often function as narratives that invite listeners into specific moments and emotions, creating a sense of intimacy rarely achieved at such a large scale. This narrative approach fosters deeper connections, encouraging fans to remain invested across multiple album cycles. Award recognition, in this sense, becomes a reflection of emotional resonance as much as commercial performance. Media analysts have also pointed out that Swift's nominations often coincide with spikes in critical reassessment of her catalog. Publications revisit older albums, reevaluating their cultural impact and artistic merit. This renewed attention contributes to a broader understanding of her work as a cohesive body rather than isolated releases. The iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 nominations have already triggered similar retrospectives, reinforcing her status as a defining artist of her era. From a commercial standpoint, Swift's sustained visibility continues to generate measurable effects across the industry. Retailers report increased demand for physical releases during award seasons, while digital platforms see heightened engagement with her music. This pattern demonstrates how award recognition can function as a catalyst for renewed consumption, benefiting multiple sectors within the music economy. The international dimension of Swift's influence remains another key factor. Although the iHeartRadio Music Awards are rooted in the US market, Swift's recognition resonates globally. Fans across different regions actively participate in discussions, streaming her music and amplifying coverage. This global response underscores her role as an artist whose success transcends geographic boundaries, further elevating the significance of her nominations. As conversations continue, many observers emphasize that Swift's career now occupies a space where influence and longevity intersect. Few artists manage to remain both commercially dominant and culturally relevant over extended periods. The scale of her nominations at the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 reinforces the perception that she has achieved this balance, positioning her among a select group of artists whose careers are studied as models of sustainability. The anticipation leading up to the ceremony has also sparked interest in how Swift's recognition might shape future industry trends. Award outcomes often influence programming decisions, marketing strategies, and even creative directions for other artists. Swift's prominence in this context suggests that her approach to music and branding will continue to inform broader industry practices. As the awards season unfolds, attention remains focused not only on potential wins, but on the broader implications of Swift's continued dominance. Her presence at the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 serves as a reminder that success in modern music is multifaceted, encompassing artistry, strategy, and connection. Each nomination adds to a narrative that extends far beyond a single night. Ultimately, the significance of Taylor Swift's extensive nominations lies in what they represent about her position in the industry. They signal an artist who has mastered the balance between innovation and familiarity, maintaining relevance while evolving creatively. In an era defined by rapid change, her consistency stands out as a defining characteristic. As discussions around the iHeartRadio Music Awards 2026 continue, Taylor Swift's name remains central to the conversation. Whether viewed through the lens of cultural impact, commercial success, or artistic achievement, her dominance reflects a career that continues to shape the music landscape. The ongoing attention underscores a simple reality. Taylor Swift's influence remains firmly embedded in the present, even as her legacy continues to grow.